everyone, Lisa Haven here, and have I got a wild report to share with you, specifically in regards to Miss Hillary Rodham Clinton and her continuous corruption and scandals that surround the woman. Dum, dum, dum. Well, in the most recent report, the Daily Caller has discovered via an Army briefing that Miss Hillary Rodham Clinton was listed as an internal security threat. No, those aren't my words. Those are the words of the actual briefing. According to the report, she was listed in a PowerPoint presentation next to other internal threats, such as Edward Snowden, Nidal Hassan, David Petraeus, and Chelsea Manning. When the Daily Caller inquired the U.S. Army WTF moments about the report, WTF responded that the two images had come from Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri. They got the same image twice. Maybe they know something that you and I don't. I think she is an internal security threat. Just my personal take. But you know, Hillary Clinton is not all she's cracked up to be. In fact, in an email via one of the WikiLeaks emails that have recently surfaced. We know Julian Assange has been leaking Hillary Clinton's emails out periodically. Well, according to one of those emails, Hillary Clinton's advisor had correspondence with the NFL commissioner about Hillary's cracked head. The report reads, and speaking of your cracked head, Clinton advisor reports, I reached out to both the NFL commissioner, I remembered that his dad held your Senate seat, and Bill First. First responded wonderfully and is ready to help. Or Bill Frist, excuse me. Hillary goes on to respond, and I miss you too. Having a cracked head is no fun at all. Could you send me the email I sent out to everyone Friday night? Well, at least she admits that her head's a little jotted. Well, that correspondence was during the time in December 2012 when she had her concussion. Nonetheless, it is on the file and it is pretty serious considering they wanted to contact an NFL commissioner. But that's not the only email that has surfaced. According to, once again, some of the reports leaked on WikiLeaks, Hillary suffers from decision fatigue. She even looked into taking a Parkinson's drug to combat it. The report or email stated, do you suffer from decision fatigue? And Hillary responds with, wow, that is a spooky, deceptive. Well, what is she referring to? In that email, as you can see on the screen, there was a report put out by the New York Times that was linked into that email that details a report about one judge and three different cases that happened. One case, a guy committed a crime, and then another guy committed a crime, and another guy committed a crime, and they were looking to get out of jail or get on parole or whatever it was. But two of them were the same. One in the morning was the same as the one in the night. And according to the New York Times report, this decision fatigue can affect your brain because earlier in the morning, the judge was a lot more lenient on a lot of people versus later on in the day when she kept a lot more people in jail for the exact same crimes for those that she would let go earlier in the day. What did they deem this? Decision fatigue. Obviously, making a lot of decisions can affect the brain. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, decision fatigue. Does Hillary actually suffer from decision fatigue? Wait, is that an actual disease? Is that a thing? Well, according to Wikipedia, because it's just the most reliable information on the internet, decision fatigue, and I quote, is decision-making and psychology. Psychology decision fatigue refers to the deteriorating quality of decisions made by an individual after a long session of decision making. It is now understood as one of the causes of irrational trade-offs in decision making. For instance, judges in court have been shown to make less favorable decisions later in the day than earlier on in the day. Decision fatigue may also lead to consumers making poor choices with their purchases. Considering the fact I couldn't find really too much about it on WebMD, Well, I guess since the New York Times says it's a thing and Wikipedia, we take it serious. Is it a thing? I forgot what I was talking about. Well, let's just forget about the emails where she admits she's kind of loopy, and let's just forget about the fact that when she's talking and having speeches, she talks in pauses. And let's not remember the fact that she bounces her head like a 2-year-old, and let's not forget about remember the fact that she had a few seizures and that her handler carries some kind of like pen with him, whatever it's used for, we don't really know, I guess. And let's forget about the fact that she needs a lot of help walking upstairs. And let's forget about the fact that the Secret Service revealed some information to InfoWars that she might have Parkinson's, that is what they suspect. Well, they don't have any documented evidence for that. They do suspect it with all that $500,000 in medical upgrades that they have managed to do on all her security vehicles. Oh wait, all that has been debunked the other night. She's not really sick. She went on Jimmy Kimmel and opened a can of pickles. I like pickles. Let's open a can of pickles. It's very hard to open a can of pickles. You didn't see that. Huh? I got it. We'll open it the Hillary way. Never mind that you didn't hear the pop. You want spicy pickles? Now we'll hear the pop. How do you do this? Yum. All debunked via a can of pickles. Wait, I forgot what I was talking about again. You know, this woman is nuts, but let's not forget the trail of blood that follows Mrs. Hillary Rodham Clinton. Remember Julian Assange, the guy who released all the WikiLeaks emails that I talked about earlier in the video? Well, his lawyer was found dead, John Jones, because he reportedly committed suicide by jumping on front of a train. Wait, what? Would he actually do that? I don't think so. I think it's a big fat coincidence. And I'm not the only one. WikiLeaks reported on their Twitter page that the rules that death of Julian Assange's lawyer, John Jones QC, was not suicide, opening doors to lawsuits. I don't know about you, but that's a bit creepy. One report is saying it committed suicide, the other is not. Don't you find it just a bit coincidental that he's linked to Julian Assange and he is a lawyer of Julian Assange and all of a sudden the man is dead? Don't. Obviously, the Clintons had something to do with it. But let's just turn a blind eye to that. How about the most recent reports of an old event, Vince Foster, are now resurfacing. Yeah, we forgot about him, because he was on the chopping block a long time ago. He's dead and gone, unfortunately. But Vince Foster's death is rearing its head again in the Clinton campaign as FBI files go missing in action. The very files that have linked Hillary Clinton to the, quote, again, another suicide of Vince Foster. Now, Vince Foster was the White House counsel during the first few months of Bill Clinton's presidency, and it was believed that he shot himself. When the files were requested by a journalist via the Freedom of Information Act, they were not delivered and actually went missing in action. So none of the files on Vince Foster case that linked Hillary to it can be found. Is that just a coincidence? Look, the trail of blood that follows the Clintons is wretched and horrible. And that needs to be something we keep in mind because all the families, Vince Foster's family, John Jones's family, and the many others that have been caught up in the ring, unfortunately, they, have to deal with these types of scandals. And it's just sickening and disturbing. And, you know, more information continues to surface on WikiLeaks via their Twitter page. I encourage you to check that out. Most recently, he also revealed information about correspondence on Hillary's email links in which she corresponds to her daughter, and she calls her daughter under a fake name, Diana Reynolds. So if you come across an email from Hillary to Diane Reynolds, she is speaking to her daughter. I'll leave a link for that in case you want to go for it and look through them, and I'll leave links to everything I've spoken about below. Nonetheless, we need to keep our eyes open because political people who are in power, such as where Hillary Clinton is at, and all the scandals that continuously surround the woman, all the scandals that are hidden by the mainstream media, need to go viral and need to get out there. And you guys, as patriots and voices in the wilderness, so to speak, are the ears and voices of all of us truthers out there. So I want to encourage you to share the information, make it go viral, get it out there so more and more people know what is truly happening with Miss Hillary Rodham Clinton. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning into my channel, and please don't forget to check out my partners. One of the main ones here is www.getthetea.com. Now, he's got lots of great vitamins, liquid vitamins. He's kind of big on that, and pine bark, which I've been taking recently and absolutely love. But my most favorite product, and if you've noticed, I've been more spunkier, more healthier just this past 6, 7, 8 months, and it's because of some of the tea detox and the Protovite that I'll talk about in a moment. But it's both of those, and that super strength tea is my absolute favorite, but has truly done wonders for my bodies, for my health, and kept me detoxed and cleaned. And pretty much, you know, when others around me get sick, I don't normally catch it anymore as I used to. So that has been a lifesaver. Also, www.foodforliberty.com/haven, another great partner of mine. If you need food storage, check them out. And most recently, I also have Protovite, great liquid formula, and Protovite also carries Brain Reward, which is something I'm trying out on my father, and he's been on it for a week now, and I can see a massive difference in his brain functionality, and it's just been huge. And I'm gonna be putting my son on it, and I'll be sharing information as that comes up, whether it comes out good or comes out bad, but I have hopes for it because of what I see so far of it doing to my father and what the Protovite has done to me personally as far as fixing my cycle, which was just hell over high water for a long time. But nonetheless, I'll leave links in the description box below. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. This is Lisa signing off. Pickles! Tabasco. Ooh, do I dare? Maybe it's not really one with Tabasco. I gotta go now.